right. First and foremost, want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shah, Bahashem, Rakakadash. Double honors and salutations to the apostles and elders of the Great Millstone. Shalom to the hopeful elect. Shalom to you, Akim and you, Akwati, also you children that believe on this word. Shalom to the speckled bird that scattered around the four corners of the globe. It's your brother Kalakar coming back at you with another video. And, just going over recent events with this election, Donald Trump, the attempt to unalive him, to Sleepy Joe stepping down, to that Microsoft outage, up into the blood moon last night, man. The Lord is moving quickly. The Lord is a master chess player. His timing is impeccable. The Lord is never sleeping. Especially the men of the Lord when these videos are going out. You got brothers in Australia, you got brothers in the UK, you got brothers in America, you got brothers in the continent of Africa. The Lord never sleeping. His word is always going out, and brothers continually putting curses up on Babylon and cursing this place, because we want this place to end, man. We want this place done with. I know it's starting with our elders, our bishops, our apostles, the men of Great Millstone, who's been laboring for years and years, 30 years in this thing, 40 years in this thing. They're waiting. Trickle down to all the brothers, to me too. We're waiting for this place to get destroyed. We know prophecy is knocking on the door, and the Lord is getting busy, and he's working, and it's a beautiful thing. But also it's a frightening thing too, because the Lord can sift you out and put you back in the world, and you got trembling. You get kicked out of this truth, or the truth get taken away from you. That's a fearful thing. Off top, we already got fear of the Lord, because we know how he get down. It's a fearful thing to fall in the hands of the living power. But you get sifted out of this truth, and now that's a double. It's like, man, any day now, any day now. Just like we think, any day now the Lord can, push that button, just like he pushed the button on that global outage, or that Microsoft update. So many things got affected just like that. So many people is complaining, oh, I can't, jobs were affected, hospitals, banks, all of that. And like I said, it was a blood moon last night going into those tokens. Let me get 2nd Esdras 5 real quick. 2nd Esdras 5 and verse 1, it says, nevertheless, as concerning the tokens, behold, the day shall come that they which dwell upon earth shall be taken in a great number, and the way of the truth shall be hidden, and the land shall be barren of faith. So they're going to be taken of a great number. The truth shall be hidden. Which the truth, if you can receive it, you can receive it. Not everybody's going to receive this truth, and you're going to get taken in that great number. Aparatazah, I'm not part of that great taking, because the Lord is going to really bring the pain. He's really going to bring it to Babylon the Great and these other parts of the world. But more so here, Babylon the Great, because this place is wicked. You got the alphabet community running around. You got women running around rampant. Men too. Everything is fake. The brother put in the chat a muscle suit, man. Now you can put on a muscle suit and go walk on a beach and pick up women because you got on a muscle suit, man. You ain't put in no time, no work. That's how Jake want the kingdom. Jake want the kingdom just given to him. He don't want to put in no time, no work. He don't want to do anything, He just want the thing to just fall in his lap. Nah, man, you got to put in that work. The elect is going to put it, the hopeful elect is going to put in that work, baby. Off top. Not going to sit back and just say, oh, I got this truth, put it in the napkin. No, we're going to put in that work. But iniquity shall be increased above that which now thou seest, or that thou hast heard long ago. And the land that thou seest now to have root shall thou thou see wasted suddenly. Wasted suddenly. You know, like I said, blood moon last night, man. Those are no omens. Those are omens that the Lord sends. You know, I can even get it in 2nd Esdras 9. I'm gonna get straight to the point. 2nd Esdras 9:6, it says, even so the times also of the highest have plain beginnings and wonders and powerful works and the inner and effects and signs. And everyone that shall be saved and shall be able to escape by his works and by faith whereby ye have believed. Now we know we're not saved by just works, because you got brothers putting in the work, but they don't have no faith. They don't have no belief. They don't believe in order. They don't believe coming the right way through the straight gate. They want to use a ladder, a rope, you know, to go around. No, you got to go through that difficulty, you know. You know, knowledge puffs up. You know, brothers come in this thing and get, you know, full with all this knowledge and say, look, I belong, you know, I feel like I belong. I'm one of those great men. I'm one of those, but you ain't even put in the time. You know, not to say that I'm still young in this thing, but I'm humble and I know how to come correct and be in line and be in order. You know, that's how I get the straight gate, the difficulty. That's how it has to go. Verse 8, it says, 2nd Esdras 9:8, shall be preserved from the sad perils, and shall see my salvation in my land and out and within my borders, and I have sanctified them for me from the beginning. So you've been predestined in this thing from the beginning. You've been predestined. That leads me to Romans, the 8th chapter, and around the 26th, I believe. So if you fall out, or if you don't, you get sifted out of this thing, the Lord never knew you. As a matter of fact, let me get that in John 6, and we can get that Romans. John 6, and I'm gonna say 60. I'm gonna start at 63. John 6 and 63. It is the spirit that quickeneth. Salakia. The flesh profiteth nothing. You know, brothers, I feel good about, but at the same time, get in order. 333. Call hello, Yahweh Shem, Yahweh Shem, Kakadash. It is the spirit that quickeneth, the flesh profiteth nothing. The words that I speak unto you, they are spirit and they are life. These words that Yahweh Shah is written in red is speaking to us is life. You know, we want eternal life. We want immortality. We want to reign with Yahweh Shah. You know, fuck the damn with this world. This shit ain't nothing. It's all vanity. You know, it's all, everything you see, it's all vanity. Even like was talking about it at camp on Saturday. You know, going into King Solomon, it's all vanity. Learning all of this stuff, you know, not learning all of the truth and anything like that, but like, you know, certain things that you come along in the truth, you know, and you start to learn about a lot of stuff, and it's like, man, we just, you know, we want the kingdom like yesterday, you know. Can what's that word? Meditate and how great the kingdom would be. But before we get to the kingdom, we got to go through all of this, you know, this madness. We got to see this madness. We got to go through this madness. You know, we got to be tried as fire. So many scriptures are popping in my head, like 1 Corinthians, the 3rd chapter, you know, Sirach 2. Where was I? Okay. John 6 and 64. But there are some of you that believe not. For Yahushua knew from the beginning who they were that believed not and who should betray him. So Yahushua knew from the beginning who believed not. So if you came into this thing, you was doing your thing, and then all of a sudden You get sifted out, you fall out, you go somewhere else. Hey, you was never a true believer. You was never picked to endure in this thing. You know, the Lord picks the lowly in this thing, the lowly man, you know, the humble man. It says, and he said, therefore said I unto you, that no man can come unto me except it were given unto him of my Father. For that time, Salakia, from that time many of his disciples went back and walked no more with him. And then said Yahushua unto the 12, will ye also go away? So Yahushua had a lot of people that followed him, but then they started to fall away because the Lord never wanted them. You know, like that Matthew 7, Lord, didn't we prophesy in your name? You know, it's a twofold, because you got other groups out there calling on, you know, JC Whitebread and most Christ blessed high, whatever they be saying. And then you got ones that was calling on Yahushua, but, you know, didn't really believe at the end of the day. Then said, verse 67, then said Yahushua unto the 12, will ye also go away? Then Simon Peter answered, Lord, to whom shall we go? Thou hast the words of eternal life. Where we gonna go? You know, who we gonna turn to? We can't turn back to this world. What does this world got to offer? They don't got nothing to offer but sin and death. You know, the devil tempting you, the tempter. You know, that's all they got to offer. Wicked people, flesh, you know, lust. Fuck that, man. You know, trying to get more and more away from this world, man. But, you know, we gotta be in the world, but not of the world. You know, we gotta get, you know, we gotta go to work. We gotta, you know, we gotta prophesy. We gotta, look, man, we want out. We want out at the end of the day. What was I going to, Romans 8. And I'm gonna start at 27. I'm gonna start at 26. Likewise, Romans 8 and 26. Likewise, the Spirit also helpeth our infirmities, for we know not what we should pray for as we ought, but the Spirit itself maketh intercessions for us with groanings which cannot be uttered. And he that searches the hearts knoweth what is in the mind of the Spirit, because he maketh intercession for his saints according to the will of the Most High. You know, so the Lord knows what's on your heart and what's on your spirit. What's on your heart, what's on your mind, which is your spirit. The Lord knows, man. You're going to know if you're for him or if you're not. You know, if you're going to be out, you're going to stand firm in front of the enemy's faces. You know, anything can happen out there on the highways and byways. Anything can happen in a blink of an eye. You know, you gotta have it in your mind that you're ready. You're ready for anything. Verse 28, it says, and we know that all things work together for good to them that love the Most High, to them who are the called according to his purpose. For whom he did foreknow, he also did predestinate to be conformed to the image of his Son, that he might be his firstborn among many brethren. Moreover, verse 30, moreover, whom he did predestinate, them he also called. And whom he called, them he also justified. And whom he justified, them he also glorified. So you're predestined in this thing. You predestined to receive salvation. There ain't nothing you can run. I found what did it say? A little meme or whatever, a picture. It was like, you can't make yourself part of the elect. It's either you is or not. And you can't, like, I forget how it goes. I put it in the chat. But you can't make yourself a part of the elect. And you can't, basically you cannot, let me get 1 Corinthians 1 Corinthians 2:12, I believe. Because we can't make ourselves part of that number. I just forget how the wording was going, and that you can't make yourself part of the elect. You either is or not. And if you're 2/3, you can't. There's nothing you can do about it. Basically, there's nothing you can do about it. 1 Corinthians 2. I think it might be 10 and 12. First Corinthians or 2 Corinthians 10. Second Corinthians 10 and verse 12. For we dare not make ourselves of the number, or compare ourselves to what some that commended themselves, but they, measuring themselves by themselves and comparing themselves among themselves, are not wise. So we can't make ourselves part of the elect. You know, either the Lord is going to bring us in that walk and bring us through that fire, you know, and we're going to be tried as gold is tried. You know, Zechariah the 13th chapter, second Edges, or Salakia, Sirach, the second chapter. We're going to be brought through that fire and be tested and see if you're worthy. The Lord going to put you through hell to see what you're going to do. Are you going to curse him? Look what he did to Job. You know, did Job? No, Job kept his integrity and said, you know, I'm going to do what the Lord told me to do. You know, his woman, his woman was wicked, talking about curse God and die. His kids was taken away from him. His livestock, all that he had, was taken away from him. Ecclesiasticus, also known as Sirach, chapter 2. And I'm gonna start at the top. My son, if thou come to serve the Most High, or my son, if thou come to serve the Lord, prepare thy soul for temptation. Set thy heart aright, and constantly endure, and make not haste in time of trouble. Constantly endure. You got to constantly go through it. You know, catching hell. Like Apostle Paul said, I had good days, I had bad days. You know, it's like a roller coaster. You just riding the wave, the spirit wave. The spiritual wave. It says, cleave unto him and depart not away, that thou mayest be increased at thy last end. Whatsoever is brought upon thee, take cheerfully, and be patient when thou art changed to a lower state. Be patient. You know, being patient in this thing. Yeah, we want the kingdom to come like yesterday, but we got to be patient. We gotta wait on the Lord. You know, that's what we're patiently doing too, waiting on the Lord to deliver us out of this world, waiting for that mandatory implantation of the MOTB, the second coming of our Lord, and while he's destroying, he's delivering. You know, salvation, getting souped up. You know, not like the rapture that the Christians talk about. I just saw a video on that the other day. It says, verse 5, it says, for gold is tried in the fire, and acceptable men in the furnace of adversity. Believe in him, and he will help thee. Order thy way aright, and trust in him. For gold is tried in the fire. You're tried in that fire. You know? This fire of affliction. What's that? Isaiah 49 real quick. Let me get that. I think it's Isaiah 49. Isaiah 49 and 10. Behold, I have refined thee, but not with silver. I have chosen thee in the furnace of affliction. So we've been chosen in a, to go. We've been called to go into that furnace of affliction. Catching hell in this truth, man. All these people coming up against the truth. Your job trying to make you do shit you don't want to do. But you don't have to do it. You can always get another job. But stand firm into those people. Have faith. At the end of the day, you have faith. A little faith as a mustard seed, you'll be all right. At the end of the day, you'll be just fine. Wanted to get that Zechariah. Powerful book too. Zechariah 13 and verse 8, and it shall come to pass that in all the land the Lord, saith the Lord, 2 parts therein shall be cut off and die, but the 3rd part shall be left therein. If you're not seeking the Lord, you're 2/3. You will be put to death. We're not worried about how you're going to be put to death. We worry about how the righteous is going to be saved, but we are sending you that message. We are warning you. You will be put to death. You 2/3 Jakes. And that's what your lot was. You in your lot right now. It says, and I will bring the 3rd part through the fire, and will refine them as silver is refined, and will try them as gold is tried. And they shall call on my name, and I will hear them, and I will say, it is my people, and they shall say, the Lord is my power. So you will be tried as gold is tried. Gold goes on an immense amount of heat, pressure. A lot of heat and pressure. There's nothing you can do about it. So I wanted to end it off right there. A lot of stuff is about to go down. The Lord is turning up that dial. He's cranking up the heat. A lot of shit about to go down. So, keep your integrity, keep firm in the word. You brothers out there and you few sisters that believe on this word, you children, keep calling on the Heavenly Father, keep enduring. We almost out of here. Abaratazah, so call Halalayim La, Abanawa, Yahawah, Bahashim, Yahawashah, Bahashim Kakadash. Hope to see you on the next video, Lord willing. Shalom.